The Quench, where you ask, we answer.
On the case like parental negligence, what are the measures taken on behalf of the teenagers in educating on early pregnancy and marriages? What do you partake on that?
So where in the cases where the parents have been negligent on their duties, what should be done? I think hiyo ni ile mchungaji alikuwa anaeleza on now the role of the church, where the church comes in, right? And by the way, Kirui has just reminded me something, and maybe I can just say it, right? And that was I must have been very young, around 14 years. And tukaitwa kwa seminar in a church. And watu hawakuwa na huruma. Kwa sababu because the thing they did walileta graphic images za some organs, sexual organs, but now affected by some sexually transmitted diseases and infections.
Yes. It was done even in high schools.
It was bad. As in, kuna vitu ungefikiria hivi, you start seeing yourself with such a disease, unakimbia kuliko swala.
Yeah.
So I think it was a very, very, very wise way. You know, you attack it from the consequence side. So usimwambie tu, muonyeshe that this is how bad it can get. And I think that way, in a way, the church can really help us in having more of such seminars and such. Yes. And I hope you're doing it, especially the young people. Or if you've not started, possibly plan for such. Very important. Thank you so much. Now let's have another question.
Evening, I'm Victor.
Yes.
My question is, right now kwa society ya saa hii, kwa hii time yenye tuko, kila kitu imekuwa sexualized. Ukiangalia music, adverts, kama wana advertise mafuta, lazima waweke jamaa na shati, ama lady mwenye akona bikini peke yake. Everything around us has been sexualized. Na ukiangalia hadi watu church, pastors squeeze our control venye watu wanavaa church. Ukiangalia issues, everything surrounding us, we are growing, tuna grow ka that seed in the midst of thorns. Sasa my question is, what do we do as tukiwa young, nikigrow, nikiwatch hizi vitu, hizi surrounding, my environment yangu ni mbaya, what should I do?
That's a really touching one, and it's a very emotional question.
Yes, sir. Modernization, it is not tunaweza sema it is not a demonization. Because wakati watu wanaogopa Mungu, nitasema si kanisa zote zitaigiana na hiyo, lakini niseme hivi, you are as a result of your thoughts. You are as a result of what you see and what information you get. So kila kitu kinatakiwa kufanyika saa hii ni ya kwamba kama hizo vitu ndizo ziko katika music, ziko kila mahali, you should choose what you see. You should choose what you hear. Na kanisa zetu sio zote ambazo zimeingia katika hiyo mambo ya music ambayo haieleweki. Si mnajua kuna music ambayo haieleweki. So what we are supposed to do as men of God to take the challenge. One of the challenges we have is that we need to love the young people to come to church. Nao wakikuja wanakutana ni kama tunafanya mambo ya uzee. So ile challenge tuko nayo ni ya balancing between the young people and the other people. Because we don't need to lose you. Sasa umekuja uko na tattoo. Sasa tutakufanya namna gani? Hatuwezi kukufukuza.
Na huwezi kata mkono.
Na hatuwezi kata mkono. Haya, umekuja umetoka katika dunia mahali ulikuwa umevuta vitu mingi. Sasa kabla utengenezwe kabisa, na wengine wamekuja na marasta. Sasa Imagine umekuja the first day na marasta na sasa pastor ako hapo na wazee wa kanisa na makasi. So what message do we give to you? Hawa watu walikuwa wamenigojea wanimalizie tu hapa leo. So we must have crisis. Hiyo ndio inasaidia.
Yes.
We must have crisis. Ya hawa watu wakikuja, this is what we do. For example, ukienda kwa church haina miniskirt na wewe uko na miniskirt, gradually utaona you are the one odd out. So you start vile unaanza kuvaa hivyo.
Yes. Now Victor kuna swali ameuliza and maybe tuone venye tutaweza kumsaidia. Anauliza hivi. Now ni kijana ama this is a young person, this is a teen mwenye the environment is totally corrupted. Nakumbuka this is a very young mind. This is a very delicate mind, right? Na you know the mind of a young person it goes very sensitive and very delicate. So it can easily be swayed to whichever direction. So how do we help this person so that amidst this corruption, the person does not get corrupted? Kwa sababu venye amesema ni kweli. In fact, hata kama ni mafuta ya kupika, wacha hata ya kujipaka. Hata ya kupika ndio advert sometimes iende vizuri. It has to be sexualized. Shidwa sasa. Jamani mambo na kupika chakula inaingia na wapi? How can we help such? Now look at a boy 5 years who yeye kila wakati chochote anaona, chochote anasikiza, it is kama ni music uko nje, hata kama asikizi kwao kwa jirani iko. How do you help this person?
Tunarudi tu pale kwa parental issues. Unakuta ya kwamba vile mzazi ametulea ana role kubwa sana ya kuplay to the young people, because kuna music corrupt ndio, lakini tuko na station ambazo ziko sawa. Sasa kuna station ambazo zinaleta mambo ya Mungu kila wakati, hata hizo advertisement ziko.
Kama akifungulia MBCI kutoka 6 to 6 it is okay,
MBCI ziko sawa. Na zingine ambazo hatutataja hapa na ziko. So huyu mzazi akilea mtoto na kumuonyesha hizo njia, nafikiria maandiko vile inasema ya kwamba hata akizeeka hata toka, atarudi tu.
Alright.
Atarudi tu, kwa sababu utachukua sasa kiboko uambie mtu lazima sasa utachukua hii. Itaenda ikiingia polepole, ikiingia polepole, na sasa kanisa nayo inachukulia hapo.
So it's more of kazi ya mzazi. So man of God, in a minute, hebu zungumzia mzazi mwenye ako nyumbani anatutazama kwa ile kamera on what they should do and what their part is kuhakikisha huyo mtoto hatakuwa corrupted. In a minute.
So to the parents out there, as you take care of your children, let's look at it as a God-given responsibility. That huyo mtoto hauko naye maisha yake yote. You only have a few years with that child, because especially nowadays with boarding schools utakuta hauna hata nafasi ya kuambia mtoto anakuja akitoka hivi akienda form 1 akirudi the first term, there are things you already see they have already changed. So you have a few days to say everything that you have to say and shape the destiny of that child. And I know by the grace of God, I know it's not easy. We are under pressure because the parent now anaangukiwa na a lot of responsibility. So, but just seek for help. Yeah. And first, another thing I want to say to the parent is don't look at yourself as a failure. Maybe your child, as you are talking this, maybe your child is a victim of such. So don't count yourself as a failure. There are things you can do. Seek for help. There are professionals and there are people you can talk to. There are pastors and churches. You can introduce yourself there and and shape that destiny of that child.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Now, we are back to the audience. So what are those other causes? Nini hizi vitu zingine zinafanya arise to these teen pregnancies? Yes. Niende happen. Oh, we've had some 3 gentlemen. So let's have a lady and then a gentleman. Let me get these 2 questions pamoja. So from you, I utaipitisha the next person. I also get your question. Yes.
Naomi Blessed, my name. Okay, the causes of early pregnancy and early marriages and teenage pregnancy. One is I can say lack of, yani poverty. Yeah, hiyo ina lead many people ku end up, yani as in kujisatisfy kwa sababu mzazi hawezi provide. Itanifanya I take a wrong decision. Maybe niende nioleke, nimepata mtu ananidanganya, I will give you this, I'll give you. So naona on the other side my mom or my dad can't. So pia hiyo inafanya yani naweza sema ina promote mimi yani it's the major cause yenye ina lead to early pregnancy na teenage.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, let's get the other one. Yes.
Hello. My name is Japhet Maina. So yenye nasema ni kosa sana ni wazazi. Wazazi wanatufeli sana. Juu wakati mwingi unakuta huyu mzazi ndio anaona na grow, but kila time anadhania ni mtoto. Ni mtoto. Na hiyo time ndio hata unajigrow huko ndani. Sasa before mzazi akuje kurealize uko na mtu already, kama ni msichana uko na mtu na already uko obsessed. So hiyo time hata akikuja kukuambia nini, kumsikiza itakuwa ngumu juu already wewe unauliza huyu mama anakaa tu kama baba, anakaa tu kama ule. So hakuna kitu ambayo unaona anaweza kueleza. So unaona ile stage umefika ni kama mnatoshana juu already kuna mtu huko nje anakuweka zile motisha. So mimi nasema kwa sikubwa ni wazazi. Wanakuja kukumbuka wanapokutupa mawaidha wakati tusha grow, tumefika stage ambayo hiyo mawaidha yako asikiza tena unakuta tu jua wajanza kutoka kitambo, wanakuja kuanza ukiwa mtu mzima. So unakuta kuyasikiza inakuwa ngumu sana.
So wakati umeonekana na msichana anakuambia hebu kaa chini hapa, unajua so they started when it's too late. So hey, wazazi hapa leo ni kama leo amelemewa na mambo mingi. Now that's well. Now men of God, do you have something to say on those issues raised there?
Yes.
Maybe very brief, because I want us to get as many responses from the audience as possible. Yes.
Yeah. There's an issue that Victor talked about. About the society we're living in.
Yes.
That's what I also feel like should be addressed. And on that context, because it's hard to change your environment, but what you can do is change yourself. If you don't change things around you.
Yes.
And we cannot keep on blaming the society for our behaviors. So we need to take a personal initiative for our own behaviors. And I want to say this, that even in this society, there are good people. There are people who are rising. In the Bible, the people who God used so much, for example, somebody like Mary. Mary, who was the mother of Jesus. When God was looking for somebody to host Jesus for the 9 months, he looked for a virgin girl. So whenever you take a personal initiative to live a holy life or to do the right things, it's not your parents who will benefit. It is you. You're the first beneficiary. The same case applies to Joseph.
Yes.
He was promoted. The same case applies to Daniel. He was promoted. So if we know we can come to that place whereby we're saying the society, it is time also as young people, we come to a place of saying, I'm going to take a personal initiative. It's not about my parent. Maybe my parent never talked to me about this, but I have a bit of information that I can use to navigate my life.
Yes.
Then use that. Stop saying, oh, my parents, the church is not talking to us, and then you're getting pregnant everywhere. Let me tell you, at the end of the day, you are not, no one is losing, it's you who is losing.
Yes.
Yes. So take that personal initiative. Say, this is my life. This is my life, and this is where I want you to get to.
And in case you've been there,
Yes.
man of God, but what can we tell to somebody mwenye anapata this information, maybe for the first time, una feel, I must be very late in this, especially ni mtoto ambaye akona mtoto kwa mfano, ama mtoto ambaye ana expect mtoto sasa, ama ni mtoto ambaye ni baba ya mtoto fulani. It may seem late. Is it really very late for such a person?
No.
What should they do?
There is still hope. Because under this sun, when you are alive, wakati uko uhai, you have 100% chances of doing the right thing. Na what I can encourage the youngsters now is also to take the initiative to preach to their peers also. Because when we bring these people to the church of God, they are going to get hope. You know, in the world, like our sister Blessed has said, that some poverty issues are influencing people to go to be married. But when we address this in church, when wakati ambapo hauna hope nyumbani, you can bring these young men to the house of God. And when they come to the house of God, they'll be given another information that there is hope. Because all is not lost. Even the young mothers, I have talked to several parents, and one of the mothers said, I'm going to take care of the grandchild as the mother goes back to school. Because and now kwa sababu sasa amepata mtoto, amepata mpaka ile adabu. Hawezi taka kurudi mahali pale tena. Na ni vizuri usisome tu na yako, soma hata na ya wengine. So the thing here is we can give them hope. Si wewe uko mahali pazuri, you can give others hope. Na tunaweza waleta katika nyumba ya Bwana, and we train them so that they can be able to take responsibilities of their life.
Wow.
So all is not lost.
Beautiful. Now, give it up for the man of God. Yeah, we have another question. Yeah, we have a question there. Now, as he asked the question, maybe because you said that you talked about experience, I will just say this statement.
Yes.
You know, tumeambiwa mara nyingi, experience is the best teacher. Which is true. Experience is the best teacher. But wisdom is learning from other people's experiences.
Yes.
Right? So you choose whether you want to go the experience way or you want to go the wisdom way. Are we together? Let's get the question.
Hello,
Hello?
Yes.
I'm Spencer.
Yes.
I have a contribution and also a question.
contribution in that the second pastor, you were saying that society does not really have a big impact on the way the teenage pregnancies right now. But as Victor was saying, also you see like the celebrities. Like me, I usually take it, Gengeton right now. It's like it's a cry of what is already happening in the society. It's already like these people when they sing this song, the songs that are being sung, it's like what they're just expressing what we are is going on in the society.
In short, art is a mirror of the society,
Yeah.
so they say.
Exactly. So society has a very big impact because the parents, I'm sure, no parent will want his or her child to get pregnant at an early stage. Maybe the parent, if that parent has some mental problem or something. Because I know that every parent, if you have a child, you'll always want the best for that child. So parents, they do most, but the problem is the society. If I leave my parents at home and then I go to school, then the first thing I find as a freshman or a fresh woman in school is my cubemates on Askiza Gengeton. So also me, these people, I want to also belong. I want to belong there. So you want to also try the things that the songs you're hearing, the movies you're seeing, you want to try so that you belong in the society.
All right.
And then the question is, maybe this question may be out of topic kidogo, but what in the case that the father, let's say I impregnate another girl, and then naruka ball, I just decide, yes, we are ananishtua. Aliambia ati mimi akona ball yangu mimi naamua namruka. Then later in life, I meet na this girl, and then I see the baby, and I'm like, naanza kuwa emotional, and I want to kurudi back to her. Nataka sasa I own up my responsibilities. That case, what can you say about that?
He has just reminded me of the case that we were given by Cornelius. Jamaa, you remember the first part? The jamaa ambaye aliruka ball. There's another one who jumped a ball and na akaenda missing. Sindio? Alienda missing. Sasa 10 years later, for example, huyu msichana ndiye huyu amekaa poa, ameanza mtoto sasa ameanza ku take good care of mtoto. Jamaa pia naye labda akona job yake ama anafanya vitu zake. Alafu inafika mahali angetaka access to this child. What should happen?
Italingana na circumstances. Kwa sababu inaweza kuwa aliolewa. sasa utamfuata aje?
Anasema ni damu yako.
Na unasema ni damu yako. There is also the government. Kuko na hizi vitu unasikiaga za FIDA. Wanakupatia chance ya kuwa wewe ndio utakuwa mzazi mlezi wa kuprovide for the child hata kama hayuko. So italingana na circumstances. Na hii ya kuwa emotional kwa sababu kijana amekuwa mkubwa ni kufurahia matunda na wewe ulikataa responsibility. So we cannot have such people ambao saa hii wanataka kufurahia matunda,
especially wakati anafanana na wewe kabisa.
Wakati anafanana na wewe. Na uliruka na huyu mama amefanya kazi usiku na mchana. Na ka provide the child. How fair are you? You're not fair.
It's not fair and it's not lovely.
Yeah, it is not lovely. You cannot love somebody emotionally.
Well, yes.
Okay, now what if like sasa that time aliniambia mimi sikuwa financially stable. But sasa baadaye in life tunapatana and I'm well off, naweza msupport and maybe the woman hata yeye maybe ako na like amenipea 50-50 anaweza kubali. Is it okay?
Unajua financially stable hiyo ndio imeagusha familia nyingi. Kusema ya kwamba when I was not financially stable.
Yes.
Now there is nobody who will be financially stable to take care of their children. The power is the will.
So the
are you
willpower.
willing? Are you willing to take responsibility? Kwa sababu hata sisi tuko na watoto.
Yes.
Na hao watoto hatukupata wakati tuko na pesa. Mungu anataka pesa tukiendelea tu.
So I thought mtu anafaa kwanza ujipange na pesa ndio sasa vijana by the way ukienda kwa vitu zingine hebu kwanza jiulize uko na pesa in case of anything. Uko na pesa ya kusustain vitu zingine? Msichana miaka 17. When you are allowing some things to happen. Acha hiyo tutaongea siku nyingine now.
Nikipeana what if maturity like that time sikuwa
alikuwa ni mtoto.
Alikuwa mtoto.
Alikuwa
italingana na nyinyi wawili. Ndio nimesema circumstances. Italingana na nyinyi wawili.
Anauliza in case ni utoto ulikuwa unaongoza.
Ama saa hii umeona huyo msichana ako well. Sasa are you attached to the material or to your child?
Time imesha kabisa. But maybe in less than a minute. Maybe just in less than a minute. Wachane kwanza na story ya teenage pregnancies. If you met the president and you had an audience with the president for 1 minute, our president Uhuru Kenyatta, ukute umeingia hapa umekaa kwa kiti hapa na ndiye kwa hapa 1 minute, what did you tell him?
Support the parenting. Support. Let there be programs that are supporting their parents who don't know anything to do with parenting. So if there are programs, if there are NGOs that can come in to just take these parents somewhere, and even the church, he supports the church.
Yes.
Now that I'm talking to the president, I'm seeing the president now, support the church to support these other programs.
Wow. Beautiful. Man of God. Dakika moja. President ako hapo. Yes. What do you tell him?
I'll tell him to support the young men with information and give them the right platform and the right information. So, for example, venye pastor amesema, tupate seminars, tupate mahali tupata information, because information is power.
Wow. Beautiful. Give it up for the men of God. Wow, thank you so very much for doing this tonight with us. And let me tell you, it was wonderful. And we are looking forward for next week.
The Quench, where you ask, we answer.